Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Talented Universe, our second one for today. I've lost count how many we've done this week. But anyway, this is the 4th of December, 2025. And I have two wonderful co-hosts with me today. Liz, how are you doing this fabulous day?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. So
That's good. Marcia, how are you doing? I'm going to move Marcia around to the center where she belongs.
You'll move me around?
I'm going to move you around.
What if I don't want to go? Okay.
You have to go.
I am doing great. It's the end of December, the end of the year, and it seems almost impossible that it's going so fast, but I'm ready to chat live.
Well, that is great. And we have got a wonderful guest on today, Marie Elizabeth DeWitt. Marie, how are you doing this fine?
Hi, guys. I'm doing so well. I'm so excited to be here today chatting with you.
Well, that is great. Are you ready for the holidays?
I'm very ready. My birthday is 3 days before Christmas.
I know.
So, you know?
I know. I was going to say
everything. I was going
to say early happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. So right now I'm mostly focused on my birthday, and I love planning events and planning parties. And so every year it's a little complicated because people travel a lot around the holidays. And so it's hard to get people to have like an LA birthday party before everyone leaves back to their hometown. And then I also like to do a little get together with my friends from my hometown as well. So I'm planning all those things.
Well, that's quite a bit to plan.
It is, but I enjoy it.
So shouldn't somebody else be planning this for your birthday?
I don't think they would do exactly what I wanted. So I like the planning part. I like that part.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So as we go venturing into your life, let me ask this first question. When did you start doing verticals?
I did my first vertical in August of 2024. So
a little over a year then.
Yes.
And after you did that first one and you came home and tried to explain to people what you were doing, how did you explain it to them without them giving you a blank look?
You know, now I say it's a soap opera for your phone. I don't know. I think I don't know when I started saying that. That's just the easy way to put it. The soap opera for your phone. I was probably a lot more long-winded back then, and I didn't even really know what it was myself. It's just an over-the-top, dramatic, vertically shot movie that's a feature-length film, but it's chopped up into 1 to 3 minute episodes, like TikTok. That's another thing I say. I say it's like a TikTok show.
Mm-hmm. Well, that totally makes sense. I'm going to head over to Liz so she can officially do her early birthday.
Well, basically, very early happy birthday. It's the 22nd. And you had already kind of talked about a couple of things, because I was going to ask you, does your family and friends just kind of combine your birthday with Christmas, or is it completely separate? Because my sister, her birthday is the 17th, and a lot of people all combine it together, and I hate that.
I mean, a lot of people do combine it. I think my family has, been good in not combining it, keeping it pretty separate. But, my birthdays, I can't think about my birthday without thinking about Christmas. All the parties that I plan, I always, like for my birthday, it'll always have a little Christmas theme to it as well. Like last year I did a Christmas in July theme, so it was like Santa Claus in Hawaii type of thing. So I like that, but it's not, people don't combine it so much that it bothers me at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
Moving on into other, talk about your acting. Who or what originally got you into acting? Because I know that you are still licensed at the bar here in California. So
Yes.
that's a big, two different, completely different things.
Yeah. So, I grew up, I think, always kind of having in the back of my head that it would be cool to be an actor one day. I did school plays and that kind of thing. I was never the star by any means. I was in a lot of ensembles, but I never really saw it as practical. I mean, it's not practical, really. And I was raised to be practical. And I have a lot of lawyers in my family. And so that's kind of always what I thought I would do. I'm horrible at math and science, and I love history. I love English, writing, that kind of stuff. I love performing. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go to law school. That's just what I'm going to do. But my senior year of college, I had a lot of friends in the film program. And my senior year of college, all my friends in the film program were making their thesis films. And I was like, put me in your movies. Let me act. And so I did some student films. And through that, I met a lot of actors who were going to be pursuing the entertainment industry as their career. And so I thought, maybe I could do this. But I was also applying to law schools at that time. So I thought, well, what if I just went to law school in LA and took some acting classes on the side? And so that's kind of what I did. And the first year of law school for me was 2020. So it was in the middle of the pandemic.
Oh boy. That was your first year?
Mm-hmm. And we were all online, all Zoom classes. But it was tough being in law school all online, but it gave me a lot more time, I think, to take acting classes, build up my reel, things like that. And I did student films. And so, yeah, then I'm probably way off the original question by now.
No, actually, no, you did it perfectly. And yes. on that one, I'm going to seg just a little bit into the verticals, just briefly, because there are so many different verticals that are set. There's some sort of a legal setting. One particular one was Operation the Legal Queen, Objection to the Legal Queen. Excuse me. Do you ever cringe when you see some of those lines and how they're written for legality purposes? And if you do cringe at it, do they ever, take you aside and say, okay, well, maybe we can redraft this a little bit to make it more plausible?
Yes, I do cringe, but all courtroom dramas in film and TV, I cringe at. It's not just verticals. There's not much accuracy when it comes to legal film.
Yeah, even when they have advisors on set.
Yeah.
Especially medical. I come from a medical and first responder background. And see, that cringes. I mean, I just cringe. It's like, no, you don't do that. But
I know. I mean, but it's understandable because a lot of things are just not possible for a 30-minute or hour-long episodic, whatever. You just have to adapt things. I mean, same with everyday life things. You just, you have to adapt things for entertainment. And so I understand that. And no, they've never asked me to be a consultant on anything. I don't really talk about my legal background on set unless it comes up. But it kind of comes up often because everyone on set, everyone that you meet, speaking with other actors and crew, everyone kind of tells their story and talks about how they got into acting. And it's hard not to bring it up. But no, I've never been asked to consult on a vertical.
Okay.
And I'm not like, excuse me, this is wrong.
You've done a couple of verticals that I really like, but one particular one I wanted to ask you about was Unwanted True Mate. And you did that with a couple of guests that we've had in the past.
Yeah.
Declan Clifford, and of course, Cayman.
Yeah.
And I will ask you another question about Cayman and something you guys have together in a second. But how difficult, knowing these two particular people were on set with you with this, how hard was it not to break character knowing full well what they do just off camera?
Well, I didn't. Unwanted True Mate was so much fun, but I was only on set 2 days, like 2 half days.
Yeah.
I was hardly there. I barely met Cayman. I think, yeah. I didn't talk to him that much. I think I had lunch with him one day and it was in a huge group of people. And Declan is actually an attorney in Australia.
Correct.
So I had, I talked to him about that a lot. And yeah, and I think I had one scene that Cayman was in when he comes in with the flowers for Aaron. And then I don't think I had any scenes with Declan. I think he comes in after Jen chokes me out.
He does,
walks
yeah.
in, but I wasn't really there.
I know you weren't on the scene with him,
Yeah.
but I know they kind of hang out off camera a little bit with certain
Yeah.
things. So
I mean, oh my gosh, the project that I did with Cayman this summer, a whole different story. It was very, very hard not to break with him on set during that.
yeah.
But yeah, with Unwanted True Mate, it was really quick for me.
Well, the one thing I particularly loved about it with your character is I love the fact that karma got her in the end. I absolutely love that. So, do you prefer playing these really evil, horrible characters? Or are you more of the good girl role?
Gosh, that's such a hard question to answer. I love both of them for such different reasons. I think you can play with the villain characters a lot more. Like, for example, Objection, I'm the legal queen in charge. Is it legal queen in charge? They changed the title, so I don't know what
I know they do.
ultimately changed it to. But with that one, I really went crazy with the character Ben Whalen, who was the other villain in that with me, was so funny, so amazing. He the first day on set, he put orange foundation on and just he did an impression of Mark Ruffalo in the movie Mickey 17, if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of was trying my best to match his energy. And that was really great when you have such a talented co-star like that. It really raises your own performance level, I think, at least for me as well. And so yeah, so I don't think I would have been able to do that if it was like a lead good girl character. I was able to play more because it was the villain character. So that's what's fun about villain characters. But I love playing the leads in verticals because you feel a lot more part of the project. Like
True.
you just get closer. You get to have scenes with everyone and you get so close with the crew and you just feel like it's more yours. So that's why I like playing the lead. And you get to be more grounded and it feels more like real natural acting. So that's what I like about the lead.
Well, that makes sense, and that would explain why you really shone when it came to the Billionaire's Accidental Error, because you really shone through with that, and I really liked seeing it.
Oh, thank you. Is it the Baby Bump to Billionaire?
No, at least that's not the title originally they had. Now it's called the Billionaire's Accidental Error, and they might have changed the name of it since.
Oh.
But yeah, it was really kind of nice to see a more refreshing, kind of cool lead role with that.
Oh, thank you.
So, Marcia, I am going to throw it to you.
Okay. talking about titles in verticals, one of the things that just set me laughing and amuses me still, um, they're wild and they do change. And when I'm looking up someone and someone who has a lot of verticals, my eye gets drawn to certain titles. So and then I'll so
That's
one
why they do the crazy titles.
and
Mhm.
I finally figured out that's what it's all about, and that's how you find them is through these wacky titles. You can't, yeah, you. So, one of yours was "Hot Love Above the Clouds." The title got me number one. I said, okay, I have to watch this. And so you play an Arab, the heiress, kind of the friend, college friend of Lawson, who we've also had on the show.
Oh,
So
she's
tell me
great.
about that production.
Yes, that was a really fun one. Lawson and Jennings, who were in that, are the best people, such amazing actors, such great people. I love that one because before we started shooting on the first day, the director came to me and had a conversation about my character, which you don't always have time for on verticals. So that's rare. And he was like, yeah, so my idea is that you play her as like a spoiled 5-year-old little kid.
Got it.
So I was like, oh, I love that. That gives me something really specific to cling on to and to play. So I played that character just trying to be like a spoiled little kid.
Yeah, from your first scene when we first see you, that came across. So
Oh, thank you.
it's
Yeah.
fun. And
Wait,
and
that's the
it,
thing. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
A lot of the verticals are so similar. They're written similarly. There's a lot of repeat storylines. So it's nice to find something to anchor you.
Yeah.
Like I call it a spine line sometimes. Like if you had to come up with one sentence just to describe your character's POV to make them different, maybe from another villain character you've played or another lead you've played. What is that? Otherwise, they can, kind of all end up being exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of your earlier roles that sounded really interesting was in uh, a movie about the first Black Playboy bunny.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Almost pretty.
Yeah, almost pretty.
almost
Yeah. And that story intrigued me on a couple of levels, but did you, when you found out about it, did you know that was what, that this was historical kind of?
After I booked the role, I think is when I found out the story of it. So it's about the first Black Playboy bunny at the Dallas
Yes.
Playboy Bunny Club. And it's a
Mhm.
true story based
Yeah.
on the director's grandmother, like
Yes.
her.
Mhm.
And so actually at the premiere of that, we got to meet her.
Oh, cool.
So it was really, really cool.
Hmm. And even now, the Playboy bunnies are kind of retro, because that kind of took place in the 70s. That almost everybody still understands what a Playboy bunny was. Did you dive into that a little bit more when you were involved in the project? Find
Well,
out more. Mhm.
I grew up as a huge fan of the TV show The Girls Next Door on E, where it was focusing on like Hugh Hefner's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they talk about the history of Playboy a lot in that show, actually. So I actually knew quite a bit of the history and the history of the Playboy clubs. Like had watched documentaries about it already. I found it fascinating. and that's I really worked hard on that audition.
Yeah.
And callback because I specifically wanted the role because I found that history really interesting. And especially with it was such a unique, different take on it with the first Black Playboy bunny in Dallas. I really, really wanted that part. And so I think it was kind of the reverse. Like I had done the research before, so I really wanted the part.
That's really interesting.
After
that is really interesting. How did your family or friends, what did they think about that whole playing a Playboy bunny type?
I didn't even tell them. I don't even know if they know because it's just a short film.
Yes.
And they're I think, I'm not sure, but I think they're in talks to make it into a TV show. But because it was just a short film and there was like a small premiere for it, I didn't really need to tell them. I mean, it wasn't like anything. There was nothing inappropriate in it, but
it kind of did it for you, kind of.
I did it for me. Yeah, it was really fun.
And there is another movie. It had its soft premiere or special preview a couple of days ago. The Dreamer Cinderella movie, which sounds really intriguing to me. I saw the trailer and it sounds different and like something that would appeal to a wide audience. How did you get involved with that?
Yeah, so I had done another short film called The First Cowboy with the same writer, director, and production company a couple years ago. I think I shot that in 2022. And I had a great experience on that. The production company is called Chicano Hollywood. And they asked me to come back for the Dreamer Cinderella. And so I was all in. I was excited to come back for that one. Unfortunately, I had to miss the premiere because I was out of town.
The people involved in it and the take on the Latina dream come true is something that I don't think I've seen before.
Yeah, that's something that the Chicano Hollywood is really amazing at, is bringing Latin American stories to the screen. And so that they focus, like The First Cowboy is about literally the first cowboy from Mexico coming to the United States and teaching these Southern white people how to be cowboys. And so yeah, Chicano Hollywood is amazing telling those stories.
So it kind of seems like you lean toward very interesting kind of not just historical stories, but cultural kind of.
I mean, I love I love just interesting roles and parts and working with amazing people, and that's just kind of how it's ended up, and I feel very, very lucky to be part of those projects.
Thank you. Okay. Michael.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, people in the chat room. They're being quiet, but we did get 2 likes, one from Roger Noriega and Bobby Nash on Facebook. Thank you very much for giving us a like. Just a reminder, people in the chat room, if you'd like to ask Marie a question, please post it in the chat room. And if we haven't gone over that question already, we will put it up and she can answer it. So, but I'm going to head over to Liz right now.
Okay. I had noticed 2 things that you have down in your resume that have me intrigued. One is cooking. So have you actually ever taken any cooking classes, or are you just naturally good at this? And what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh my gosh. Okay, favorite thing to cook is very difficult. I'm vegan. I'm very passionate about that. Passionate about animal rights. And I love finding new vegan recipes just online all the time and cooking those. I'm especially into like the Trader Joe's
Oh,
easy
those are good.
recipes now. Yeah, especially with my schedule now, it's hard to find time to cook. I haven't taken any cooking classes actually, other than I think for my like 10th birthday party, I got like a Young Chefs Academy. But no, nothing formal. I just enjoy cooking.
Okay, well, you'd mentioned Trader Joe's in that, and I
Yeah.
think, at least up here in Sacramento, they do the Trader Joe's here does have like weekend or here and there cooking classes that are like a 3 hour class. You can go in, use their ingredients, a recipe of theirs, and learn from it. So maybe check into something like that down where
Okay,
you
I'll
are.
have to look into that. Thank you
Yeah,
for telling me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
the other thing is makeup. Now, with makeup production, is this just something as well as something that you were gifted in, or did you take specific either cosmetology classes or theatrical makeup classes? I have a family friend that she does all of our Halloween, and we have this huge community haunted house, and she does all of the stuff for it. You know, the blood, the whole bit.
So cool. I haven't taken any classes in that either. I grew up in that beauty guru YouTube makeup tutorial era, so I was obsessed with makeup in high school especially. And I'm really into all the new products that come out and brands. I love skincare as well. I'm really into all that stuff. I wish I was
Well,
better at hair though. Hair is my one struggle. I'm not good with hair.
I need to hook you up with my daughter. She's 20, and that's the same thing. And she makes a lot of her own skincare stuff and just the
Oh,
weirdest things. But my God, do not get her eyeliners. I can get her literally a backed up semi truck of it, and they'll be gone by June if I got them for her for Christmas.
oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
does she sell her products?
I
Or
wish she would, but no, she doesn't. She hands them out to friends and family and stuff. But
yeah, she should sell even on like Etsy or
that's
something.
the
She's
yeah, I was
making
thinking the
her
same
own
thing. She
products.
should. Um, but going back to a video I saw, this is why I wanted to bring up Cayman again. How many Labubus do you and Cayman
Oh.
have at this point? And did you see the Macy's Day Parade with the Labubus on the float?
Okay. How many Labubus do I have at this point? Probably around 20.
Oh my.
So it was not only me buying some, but then people saw me posting about Labubus in that video. And so people just started giving me Labubus as gifts. And they collected really quickly. Yeah, I have a lot. Um,
We had Beanie Babies. You know, those were the massive collectors thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone compares them to. But it sounds like Beanie Babies lasted a little while longer than the Labubu craze. Because I
Yeah,
think
I
Labubu's been
think for
out.
some, there's still actually collectors out there. You know,
Yeah,
they have some of the. I mean, they're worth thousands of dollars now. Like the Princess Diana one is
yeah,
literally worth, you know, probably a half a million at this point. It's gone up, you know, if it's in mint condition and all.
yeah.
So
I've seen
well,
that.
Googles might do that too. Who knows? I mean, depending on how they branch out. But
Yes. Okay, in the Macy's parade,
yeah,
I didn't watch it live, but I saw clips of it. I heard before that they were gonna have Labubus on there.
when they came through on the float, I literally freezed my screen and took a screenshot. And I was going to send it to Cayman, and I forgot to do that. And it's just like I really should go back and do that. But
Oh my gosh, it was. I mean, I'm sure you heard on that I assume you're talking about the live
the video, yeah,
yeah,
with you and yeah.
with us. When we walked through that flea market in Toronto and there were two Labubus there, It was meant to be. It was perfect.
Calling your names.
Calling our names.
And speaking of, like you said, you filmed in Toronto.
Mhm.
Where else have you filmed, or where else would you like to film?
I've filmed in Vancouver. I've done 3 in Vancouver. Actually, after right before I was in Toronto, I was in Vancouver. So I went straight from Vancouver to Toronto, and then just New York, and that's it. So just LA, New York, Vancouver, Toronto. I would love to film in London. I'm actually filming a vertical right now. Today's our off day with an actor who just got back from a vertical in London the day before we started production. I studied abroad in London in college, but I haven't been back since. So I would love to go there again.
Okay, well, that makes sense then if you want to go there again, just specifically for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
Tough with filming in locations. It sounds so exciting and fun, but you're working such long days that you don't. It's hard to find time to actually go out and explore. You have your one break day usually, but you're so tired on that day that you just want to sleep all day. And so, yeah, you don't get to do as much sightseeing as you wish, as you would like.
Well, I'm going to bring up 2 things. One, because it is Christmas, close to your birthday as well, and you said that you have done filming in New York. Have you been there during Christmas time to see the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center?
No, I never have, sadly.
I want to see if we can get that done. That's a must.
No, I was there over Halloween this year, though.
Oh, you were?
There's some pretty cool Halloween decorations out. But yeah, no, never during Christmas.
Wow. So Tennessee, Nashville, and around that whole area is kind of home base for you, correct?
Yes.
So in that aspect, had you ever, I'm going to assume you have, and I may be completely out of this, but did you ever get a chance to, of course, go to the Mother Church of Country Music?
Grand Ole Opry or Ryman?
The Ryman.
Yes, I've been to the Ryman. I've seen Jake Bugg there, and I've seen, what else have I seen there? I know I've been to 2 or 3 concerts there, but I remember seeing Jake Bugg there. Yes. I actually went to high school on Broadway in downtown Nashville.
Oh, did you really? Wow.
Yes. So we would walk around after school and just pop into places and listen to live music. There's really nothing else like it. It was amazing.
Yeah, there actually isn't, because you can literally go from one, place and where they're having one show to another place that's having another show, and people get the wrong impression. It is not all country music. It is a full, interwoven mixture of all different sorts of artists.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's rock, indie, whatever. Yeah. And I went to school with a lot of people whose parents had moved to Nashville to pursue music, and so yeah, it's really all around you. And then of course, a lot of my people I went to school with still live there, and whether they're pursuing music or not, but it's one of those things. I don't think I'm really musically gifted, but like everyone there is so talented that I was like, there's no way I could do this. I couldn't touch this. Everyone's so good. So I never really.
Do you want to go into writing like stories and things to have them produced?
Like script writing?
Script writing, yeah.
Yes. So it's funny actually that we're talking about Nashville too, because 2 of my good friends from high school and I are writing a country music vertical together.
Oh, Oh, sign me up, sign me up.
What do we want to make in Nashville?
Oh, that sounds phenomenal. You got to hit us up when you're starting to be in production or when it's going to come out.
I will.
But that's why, I wanted to bring that up with the script writing, because you might not be musically inclined to sing it, but you can definitely write it. If you can write script writing, you can write music as well.
Are
And on
you?
that note, yes, I am. Both. So,
Oh,
so
awesome.
when I was late teens, early 20s, I had my own band actually, and I've also written a lot of script writing, which has
So
never been picked up. But
have you been to Nashville?
I did once, but I was quite young at the time. So,
Have you been to the Ryman?
oh yes, oh God, yes. So, and the Bluebird Cafe, which is a classic of mine. But
In
I'm
Green.
I'm going to toss it over to Marcia because I know she's chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, I'm fascinated listening to your discussion about Nashville and music, and that you're writing a musical Nashville vertical. Verticals are changing rapidly, and I have not seen one in that vein yet. How do you see verticals changing before your very eyes for your roles that you see that you might want to audition for?
Yeah, I think actually there is a country music vertical with Shay Deneen, who I did Abstinent CEO's Pregnant Sweetheart with. Talk about crazy titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did a country music vertical, and it's so funny. So I did that with him, and Jake Tittle was another actor in that. And Shay sent us we have a group chat together, and he sent us the ad for his country music one, and I freaked out. I was like, no, I just started writing a country music one. I wanted to be the first. But yeah, the platforms are getting a little bit more experimental, I think, with different genres. I've seen a couple horror verticals. I would love to do that. Comedies. I want to do a comedy vertical. I love comedies. And I'm shooting a sports one right now, which it's my first ever sports vertical. So that's exciting. I think they're being written better, just reading them. And yeah, there's just more and more writers all the time. I speak to so many actors who are talking about writing verticals and trying to pitch their ideas to platforms. So as more people come in and there are more perspectives, there's new stories.
What kind of feedback do you get from your fans as far as what they like to see you in?
Well, they like to see me in different anything that's somewhat different. Like, I think people really loved the Legal Queen one because that was different, and it was kind of funny because it was kind of had to do with the Luigi Mangione trial. Anything that's a little bit topical is I think people like. I think we need to have less violence in verticals, and anytime the violence is minimized, I think the audience tends to respond to that positively.
And we've talked about your attorney skills, which haven't really been utilized directly in verticals. But what other sort of hidden talents of yours might you like to see utilized in your acting?
I've taken magic classes. Um,
Ooh.
I haven't practiced in a while, but I can do some magic tricks, card tricks, close up magic. I don't know if you're familiar with the Magic Castle in LA,
I've
but
Yes.
heard of it. Yes.
Yes.
I took Magic 1 and Magic 2 there.
Oh,
I
did
started
you?
out
That's
doing it just
special.
because it was an excuse to get to go to the Magic Castle. I was like, how do I get into the Magic Castle? And if you take a 6-week long class in there, you get to go there every week.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be cool if we did like a magician version.
Uh-huh. That's what I
That
was
would
thinking. Yeah.
be.
That's an idea. I
Ooh,
need to write down.
nice.
Yeah, so I think doing magic would be cool. And as far as the lawyering skills not being used directly in the verticals, I think that's true. But I also think studying for the bar exam and studying for law school exams in general has helped me to memorize really, really quickly, memorize lines quickly. So I think it's helped me in that way.
Yeah. People always ask, how do you memorize your lines? And everybody has a different technique. And that is really interesting point that your attorney training has helped in memorizing all that gobbledygook that lawyers have to know.
Yeah. And just doing so many verticals and being on set so much and having to memorize so many lines helps so much. Like just getting those reps in is so helpful. And just listening. I've done a lot of improv training too. I've done the I don't know if you're familiar with the Groundling School.
Yes.
And the whole Groundling School improv program. And just listening to your scene partner and not focusing so much on what your next line is, just listening to what they're saying and reading their emotion, then it makes sense like what your next line is going to be, or it should. And if it doesn't make sense, that's bad writing.
It kind of reminds me of jazz when I think about jazz music, because you really have to listen to what the other musicians are doing to see what comes next.
Yeah.
Even though you kind of know where you want to go, you don't really.
Are you a jazz musician?
No, I listen to jazz.
Oh.
No, I admire jazz, but it's kind of scary in a way to me. And that when you're talking about acting and kind of letting the scene flow because you know where it's going to go, but sometimes it ends up a little bit differently from what you expected in a training like the Groundlings or improvisation, which seems to me that that's something that you kind of like.
I love improv, and that can be a challenge a lot of times in verticals, especially something I've noticed recently on the vertical projects I've been on. The platforms are very interested in sticking to the script exactly, being word perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're fine if you kind of adjust the dialogue to reword it to make more sense in your brain. But I've noticed recently they want you to say every single word exactly as it's written on the page.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have, this is a off the wall kind of question. I've seen you with curly hair and straight hair. So, and I was going to ask you, which is your natural state of your hair?
Curly.
So it is curly. Okay.
It's naturally very curly. But they don't like that in verticals.
Isn't that interesting? Did they say why they don't, or it's just
no? They don't like the curly hair. So yeah.
So you straighten it most of the time for your auditions and.
Yeah, I don't even straighten it. Like I just blow dry it now. I used to let it air dry. And I still do sometimes keep it
Mhm.
early when I'm not working and just let it
Mhm.
air dry.
Mhm.
It's definitely a lot easier that way.
Right.
But now I just I just blow dry it and then let the hair and makeup artist do whatever they want to with it.
And one question that I've come to enjoy listening to the answer that I get from our guests is there's so many reality shows now. Um, I've watched some of them. We all watch some of them, if we tell the truth. And so, if you had to be on a reality show, it could be a cooking show, it could be an adventure show, it could be a challenge show. What show might you go on?
I'm a Big Brother fan. So I
Ooh.
think I would choose Big Brother. It sounds so scary, but that's what comes to mind.
Mhm. What do you like about Big Brother?
Oh my gosh, it's just this big social experiment. I love seeing, different kinds of people interact, and it and the camera is on them 24/7. I'm pretty hardcore. I watch like the live feeds and
You?
all of it during Big Brother season.
Mm.
It's so funny too. I went to a Big Brother event in September, right after this past season ended, and I got to meet a lot of the contestants from this past season, and it's so surreal seeing those people that you've been watching like for the past 3 months in real life.
Wow.
Yeah, probably Big Brother. I was on a game show though.
Oh.
And I competed on a game show in 2023 called the 1% Club. It's on Amazon.
Oh, now who was the host when you were on it? Was it
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt? I
Mhm.
watched that. I probably have seen you then.
Yeah, it's I was on season 1, episode 6. I think he only hosted season 1. I think
Yes,
they
and
came out
now
with season 2. It's
Joe McHale does it now. Mhm.
yeah, Joel McHale.
So how far did you get?
I won.
Oh, you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I knew I'd seen you before.
I won. Yeah. It was crazy because they didn't tell us what the game show was going to be. They just said
Yes.
it's a logic games
You're
based
kidding me.
show. And they asked me if I had any family members who would want to potentially compete with me. And so I recruited my father, and so he flew out here and did it. They made it sound like we were going to be like a team, like it was going to be like a 2-person team versus 2-person team. We get there and it's 100 people all competing individually.
Yes.
Each other. My dad and I weren't even sitting anywhere close to each other. He was like, why did I fly all the way out here for this? But in the end it was worth it. I won.
I actually I had that on my Prime list, and I came across it by accident. And I thought this is really kind of interesting. And so you're pretty darn logical.
I did a lot of logic games practice studying for the LSAT, and I've always loved logic games, and every single day I do the New York Times 3 Sudokus, mini crosswords, spelling bee, connections, strands, and Wordle. I love like games like that.
And I try those games, and my mind doesn't think that way a lot of times. The easy ones are easy, but when you get up to the other ones, it's quite challenging.
It's interesting. Like, everyone's brain just works so differently. Yeah.
Well, I'm totally impressed that you are aces with me now. Michael, you know.
I know. I'll go on to Liz if she's got some closing remarks.
Yeah. One quick thing. We'd already know that Christmas is coming. We've mentioned that a couple of times. But what is your favorite Christmas food or tradition?
Oh my gosh. I think picking out the Christmas tree is my favorite tradition, which I got to do the day after Thanksgiving this year with my parents because I was home. I was in Nashville for Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, nice.
I love a real Christmas tree. I don't like the artificial trees. So going and picking out a Christmas tree is my favorite tradition. And then decorating it. Love the smells.
That's probably one of mine. Actually, that and seeing my kids who are now grown up and all adults, do it. And over the years, I have videotaped them each time they've done it. And it's so funny to watch my niece, who I raised since birth, hold my daughter on her shoulders when they were really little, to now they're full-grown adults, and they still always redo that particular shot. I was like, one of these days, one of you is going to be pregnant holding the other one on top. This is going to happen at some point.
Oh, I love home movies. Yeah.
But on that note, I really wanted to say thank you so much for taking your time to join us. It has been such a blast sitting here and talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I really appreciate it.
Marcia?
I'm going to go back and watch that episode again, and I'm going to say, I know her now.
Oh, season 1, episode 6.
I already wrote it down. Are you kidding?
Oh, thank you.
And it's not on your IMDb either.
It's not.
No.
Maybe since it's was myself. I don't know. That's true.
No, yeah, I was looking it up and I go, oh, she's not listed. Well, they've only got one contestant listed for episode 6. So
maybe because they don't want to show that we're actors. That's the one thing on game shows. Don't say that you're an actor. You have to say whatever other job you do, because then everyone in the crowd would just be like, hi, I'm an actor.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. But I would just like to say thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
And we'd love to have you back, especially if you've got something fun coming up and, So,
I do. I have a lot of things that are supposed
but you can't talk about. I know. We know that. So, but that's fine. That's fine. We understand. We understand. But when you can talk about them, we'd love to have you back.
Oh, thank you so much. I would love to come back.
Yes, please.
It's so much fun.
Please do. And I'm saying all of our audience, boy, they were quiet, but they were there. I hope you all had a good time. Come back again. We'll have more vertical drama personnel on next week. We've got at least 4 coming up next week. So everyone take care, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.